Why is the Perodua Myvi the king of the road in Malaysia? For a car that's small and affordable as well as it is accessible to buy around the country, it's hard to turn a corner in Malaysia without hearing or definitely seeing the 1.5 or the 1.3 being driven at max RPM like a yobbo. It's usually coupled with a sport exhaust. Some are tastefully modified and others not so much. Some are brand new and others are like battle-torn as a result of it being driven like a Hilux through a war zone. And we've all seen the memes of the BMW and Audi drivers tailgating, but in Malaysia, it's this little thing that does the majority of the bullying on the roads. A word of advice, and if you are ever in Malaysia with a Myvi behind you, just move over. You're not going to handle the smoke. The Myvi, being the king of the road, has attracted a sort of cult-like following, and for good reason too. In a country where import duties on foreign cars are high, affordable alternatives dominate, especially domestic offerings from the likes of Perodua and Proton, which are still going strong in Malaysia to this day. But I know one thing is for certain, however, Jeremy Clarkson didn't like it. Here's what he had to say about it.
I know what Myvi means. Dismal, depressing, unadventurous, unimaginative, dreary.
But do I like it? Yes, I do. I like the following it has, and I think it's a smart looking, endearing little thing. But to find out about what others thought of it, I took to Reddit and asked Malaysians why this car was seen as the king of the road. Here are some of my favourite responses. Because it can fly, it can dive, and it can be driven in a shopping mall. It can outrun a Lamborghini on a highway. I'm a proud Myvi owner here, and I will risk my life thinking I can beat that Ferrari. Even though I know I can't, but I will try. Because the roads are theirs and you have to give way to the king. You don't choose the Myvi choose the driver, my friend. Alexander the Great, 95 AD. As for why it's the king, Myvis are like the car equivalent of those orange cats. Where there's trouble on the road, there's always a Myvi involved. And now for the most serious and understandable answer of all. The Myvi is cheap, fast, tough, and actually pretty well made, maintenance and workmanship wise. At only 50,000 Malaysian ringgit, it's difficult to find a better economy car out there. And they've got a point as well. With up to 94 horsepower and weighing under a ton, it's perfectly suited to the traffic-filled streets of major metropolises. It's not going to be the most comfortable, nor does it have tear-your-face-off performance, although some do try with varying levels of success. But for the things it needs to do, it does it well. It's fuel efficient, it's well-spec'd, and affordable. Pair the Myvi with a go-anywhere attitude of driving a rental car and a healthy dose of ignorance, and you'll quickly find that this car is much more capable than it lets on. Like a moth to a flame and an orange cat to trouble, the Myvi will never be far away. In fact, it might not even be their fault if something does go wrong. But like death and taxes, there is one thing for certain. The Myvi driver will always get the blame. Statistically, the Myvi, being one of the most popular cars in Malaysia, is going to have an effect on how many accidents it's involved in, and incidents it seems to placate itself in. No such thing as a free lunch, I guess. From new drivers to taxi operators to even the rich using it as a second car to their Ferrari, and everything in between. The Myvi is a car that has so far well established that it can do it all, and for everyone, regardless of who they are. And in a world where SUVs are more and more commonplace, it's nice to see that little compact econoboxes like this are alive and kicking. Thank you for watching, and I know it's been a bit different to the travel content I'm usually posting, but if you want to see more car content, drop a comment below and subscribe to see where we head up to next.